I'm Dr. Ryan DeBell from the Movement Fix, and for this Movement Fix Monday, we're going to look at the big toe. We talked last week about how end range knee flexion can be limited by the big toe mobility, and this week we're going to look a little bit more specifically at how to get that big toe moving more, especially when there's pinching in the big toe. Okay, so let's talk a little bit of anatomy of the big toe first. We have a joint right here, and that's called the first metatarsophalangeal joint. We'll just call it the first MP joint. And when we go into big toe extension or big toe dorsiflexion, we have to have a good amount of range of motion right here. And depending on the source that you look at, it could be between 60 to 100 degrees is considered normal. And the first stretch you can do, and we looked at this last week, if you don't have pinching in this joint, because there's one very universal principle, and that is we don't want to stretch a joint when it pinches, because we're not stretching anything, we're usually actually pinching something, and we don't want to push into that. So we always want to try to get rid of pinching. If you can tolerate it in your big toe and you can just stretch it like this is a really great way to get that thing moving more, because most of the time in life we don't go this far into big toe extension. So if we do have pinching here, we can do a little joint mobilization where we're actually trying to get the joint to slide. So if you think about this bone right here and this bone right here, they meet up at a joint sort of like this. And so if this is the tip of your big toe here, when it comes up, this has to slide like that. And if this isn't sliding, then we can pinch at this little spot on the joint here. So if you look at what I'm going to do here with my big toe, I'm going to grab it like this, and I'm going to pull this way. So I'm grabbing here, I'm going to pull. This thumb is going to go right here. So I'm pulling, I'm going here, and what I'm going to do with this thumb is I'm going to push this way with the thumb. So I'm going to pull with my foot, or pull my big toe, push through there, and I'm going to do about 10 reps of this. And this is actually mobilizing the joint with movement. So we're just going to go 10 reps. I'm not working really hard here. And if you really feel, you can feel the line of the joint. If you take your big toe and move it around like this, you can feel where the joint is. You want to be on this side of the joint as we do this. So I'm just going to go 10 reps like that. Now what I can do is, now that I have a little bit of more range of motion, I want to use it, and we can use it in one of two ways. We can go right here, back to what we did, and see if that improves it. Well, we also want to look at the active range of motion, and what we can do for that is, if I think about, hey, I just freed up some motion in that joint, I need to teach my brain how to control that new motion. What I can do is take my big toe that way, and then pull it up. I'm going to use my finger here and apply as little pressure as possible while I use the muscles to pull my big toe as far that way as possible, and then I'm going to relax it, and then I'm going to pull as far as I can. So I'm using the muscles. I'm trying to use my own muscles to pull the toe, but I'm using these fingers to help me, and I'm going as far as I can, as far as I can, as far as I can, and then relax, and I'll go again. And so you can do reps of that, 10 reps, and then let's go back to the joint mobilization. And we can go another 10 reps here. Now I have the foam roller here because sometimes there's a little bit too much tone or contraction in the muscles that go into the big toe, and it lives primarily right here, deep below your calf muscle. And so what you can do is take the roller, get on there, pull your ankle this way, and then you can move your big toe around. And we're just trying to get a little bit of the tone of that muscle to release. There's no way, we're not going to break anything apart here. We're more trying to get the muscle to relax. So you could spend a minute or two there, then go back to this mobilization. And then we can go back to this sort of active isolated stretching or assisted stretching, where we're using our own muscles to pull it as far as we can with a little bit of assistance. So give those things a try on this big toe. We need, again, big toe, this range of motion, because we have to run, we have to jump, we have to do all those things, and there needs to be a substantial range there. And if you're missing this, you're gonna gain it somewhere else along the chain and wonder why you have knee pain or hip pain. So work on that. Make sure you don't stretch into a pinch. Sometimes there can be bone spurs at that joint. So if you work on it, and it's still pinching, maybe go get it checked out. Next week, I got some good, a really great video I want to show you guys. So make sure you tune in next week. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/themovementfix, and Instagram @themovementfix. See you guys next week.